Hey guys, Allison here. Well, today I want to talk about hatred and how hatred could actually make us better Christians. Sounds weird, right? But in the Bible, we are commanded to hate sin. And yet, obviously, and love the sinner. And yet, we often do that backwards. We tolerate a lot of sin in our own lives. Let's face it, all right? It's only venial sin, whatever. You know, with our families, sometimes with our kids, all right? We're all kind of afraid to say the wrong thing or to come across as judgmental. And we also tolerate an awful lot of sin in society. Now, obviously, we're limited in terms of what we can personally do, but we need to start hating that sin. Why? Now, hate is an emotion that God gave us, right? So if we're going to use it well, then we need to let it move us to action against that which is abhorrent, that which is hateful. So whatever the cause is, or whatever the thing that you find that really does outrage you, that you really hate this particular sin. It might be hate, you may hate lying, we hate abortion, we may hate whatever it is. A lot of the corruption that we see in society right now, and if we hate it, we need to allow that energy of hatred to move us to do something about it. All right, just like anger. Anger is an emotion that moves us to action, but it's underlined by usually hatred. I hate something like, that's bad. But we also have to be very, very careful to truly love the sinner. And I think that we need to review the way we look at sin. We often, feel that people know what they're doing, or they just do it anyway. And the reality is many people are caught up in sin like an animal in a trap, and they can't get themselves out. And it really is incumbent on us to love them, to treat them with dignity, to pray for them, and to make sacrifices, and particularly with our family members. And it doesn't have to be huge sacrifices, but to have that, you stub your toe, something doesn't go your way, you're stuck waiting online, offer it up. Offer it up for those people that are caught up in sin, because they need grace in order to get out of it. It's very easy to judge them, but for the grace of God, go we. And we have to look at that. And particularly, I think, our young people today who have grown up in a world of sin, it's very hard to discern right from wrong for many, many people these days. So, the devil's been very, very good in kind of confusing the mind. So use hatred well, but be very careful. And maybe this should be a daily prayer. God, give me the grace to hate sin, and even more grace to love the sinner. Because whoever loves the most is ultimately going to win. And it may seem sometimes hopeless. You may feel helpless, but God is in control. And he loves these sinners even more than we do, particularly when we're talking about our children. As much as we may love them, God loves them even more. And he is asking us to pray for them. He's asking us to offer up sacrifices, do fasting, but to love them and treat them with dignity. Once we start getting into name calling or truly judgmental behavior toward them, we're going to lose them. So I hope you find that helpful, to use that energy of hatred well, but to daily pray, give me the grace to hate sin and even more grace to love the sinner. Hope you find that helpful. God bless you.